Hello students. Now we'll see about a mathematical modeling of a mechanical system. Okay, when I say a mathematical model of a mechanical system, there are three elements which come to the picture. They are nothing but mass, spring and damper. See, take for example a simple mechanical system which is nothing but a bike. Okay, when you say a bike, normally its weight comes into picture, right? What is a bike is used for? It is used to move, right? It has to move on the road, so it encounters friction, and the friction must be overcome for movement. Then we need a suspension which is provided by a spring. Okay, so the mass, spring, damper are the three basic elements that make up any mechanical system. Okay, how to model this these three elements mathematically? In an electrical system, typically you have resistor, capacitor, inductor, right? So similarly in a mechanical system, these are the three basic elements. Okay, now we'll see how to notate a mass, spring and a damper, and then we'll go for the mathematical equation. A mass is given as a rectangle with a mass in the M in the center. Then a spring is given as a this with K. K is called the spring coefficient, and a damper is to reduce, right? A damper is notated by, this is a piston cylinder arrangement, and this is notated by this mass piston cylinder arrangement, and you have this B. B is called as a damping coefficient. Okay, right. So whenever you take a mechanical system, the input that is given to a mechanical system is nothing but a force. Okay, when you give a force, what happens to the system? It starts moving, right? As we have seen already. Okay, does it move immediately? No. We have already seen that the laws governing the mechanical system are Newton's laws. So what is the Newton's first law state? Every body continues to be in its state of rest or of uniform motion unless it is acted upon by an external force, right? So similarly, whenever you apply a force on a mass, say take for example a table, just try pushing a table with a normal force, okay, without giving too much, just you give some force, will it start moving? No. Okay, initially it has an opposing force. When you give a force which overcomes the opposing force, only then the mass or the table starts moving, right? So every object has an opposing force inbuilt. Okay, a mass, we have seen this is a notation of a mass. And what about the equation of a mass? A mass is given by this one, and when a force is applied, we'll remove all the others and see the equation for or the opposing force produced by mass alone, right? First, okay, so whenever you apply a force F of t to the mass, what will happen? The mass starts moving. This we have seen already. The moment is given by the displacement x of t. So the opposing force will be F of t is proportional to, see, Newton's second law, force is proportional to acceleration. Okay, so acceleration is given by d square x of t by dt square, and to remove this proportionality symbol, f of t is equal to m d square x of t by dt square, right? So x of t is the displacement, dx by dt is the velocity, and d square x by dt square is the acceleration. So we have this equation. Let us write the suffix m, which says that it is for the mass, right? We'll write it here. So Fm of t is equal to m d square x of t by dt square. Okay. Is this clear? Now we'll go for the spring. What does a spring do? Whenever you apply a force to a spring, what will happen? It either elongates or contracts, right? So whenever you apply a force to a spring, F of t is proportional to the displacement. It either contracts or expands. So, force acting on a spring is proportional to its displacement, either contraction or relaxation. Okay. And how to remove this proportionality symbol? F of t is equal to k x of t, where k is the spring constant. Okay. And we'll give a suffix k such that it belongs to the spring. Okay. So, f k of t is equal to k x of t. Right? Now we'll go for the damper. What does a damper mean? Damper is to suppress. Suppress what? The friction. Okay. How to suppress the friction? You need lubrication, right? How will the lubrication be provided? The very notation of a damper, a piston cylinder arrangement, right? So where is the force applied? The force will be applied to this piston. And inside this cylinder you will have oil. Whenever a force is applied, what happens? The piston goes inside and the oil starts leaking out of the gaps, right? So the force applied on a damper is proportional to the rate of flow of oil, or the rate at which the oil is coming out of the piston cylinder arrangement. So it is dx of t by dt, right, which is the velocity or the rate at which the oil is coming out. So how to remove this proportionality symbol? F of t is equal to b dx of t by dt, and we'll give this a suffix b. Okay. So fb of t is equal to b dx of t by dt. Right? We'll just draw a basic mechanical system. Okay. So this is a basic mechanical system with a mass spring damper, and where do you apply the force? The force is always applied to a mass. Okay. So what will happen when a force is applied? We know that mass displaces. The displacement is denoted by x of t. Okay. And this is a fixed substrate. So this arrangement denotes a fixed frame. Okay. Now, how to write a mathematical equation for this mass spring damper system? See, whenever a force is applied, we have already seen that applied force is equal to the sum of opposing forces. Okay. And we have to overcome the opposing force in order to make the object move. Okay. So this is the applied force. F of t is the applied force. And what are the opposing forces? Let's just mark it. Okay. So what are the opposing forces? We know it is the force produced by mass, the damper and the spring, right? So we already have the equations individually for mass spring damper. So our f of t is equal to m d square x by x of t by dt square plus b dx by dt plus k x of t. Is it clear? So this is the equation for a simple mass spring damper system.